Well, I'm over here working on some of my batteries. Like I said, there's a couple outside. Eventually, I'm going to either put them all out or all in. However, if I bring them all in, that's fine. And I can line them up side by side here. Put a little box around it, and then just put a little vent pipe going out. But like I say, right now, they're just wherever. Someday I'll straighten it out. But I just noticed something. I've got 4 gauge coming in off the wind turbine. I've got 10 gauge coming in off the solar panel, which is okay. Actually, 4 gauge off the turbine is actually too much. I don't need all that. But because I'm running it, you know what, let me just run it. I had it. And then I have all these other things here, 4 gauge. And I got 10 gauge. Or is that 8 gauge? 8 gauge, I'm sorry. I got 8 gauge and 10 gauge here. Going to the controller charger for the solar panel. However, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm checking the feed line that goes over to the bench that runs all the 12 volt over there, and I'm following it back, and I notice the ground wire goes all the way down, and that's all boxed in, so that's not a big deal. Someday I'm going to change that, and I'll have a grounding block here for it. But I look at it and I say, wait a minute. I got everything tied up to here. This is going up to there. This is feeding the instrument panel and all the other 12 volt stuff I got going on over there. But look what feeding. It's feeding off the battery with this little number 10 stuff. So all that heavy wire is basically a waste because this is not going to let anything through anyway. So I just looked around and I found some more number 4. So I'm going to get off my knees here and make a number 4 jumper for now. So like I said, eventually I'm going to put a grounding block there so that when the grounding comes in, every battery will also go to the grounding block from the grounds, so I don't have to have all that little cluster of a mess on all the batteries. So I just want to make sure that this one is going to be long enough to do what I need it to do. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be throwing you around. Oh yeah, plenty of long enough. So let me put some ends on this, and I gotta get this done, and I gotta get out of here. I really have to get out of here. I have to get up to Tractor Supply. There's a few things I actually need up there. I gotta get 100 pounds of birdseed. And there's a place over around the corner, well not around the corner, about 5 minutes away, give or take, that sells all kinds of sheet metal and stuff like that, iron and all kinds of crap. And you can buy it, you know, half a sheet, you know, 4x4, 4x8, whatever you want to do, and any gauge that you need. You know, they order it in if they haven't got it. They do the bending and all that. That's all extra though, but you know, the price of the steel itself isn't that bad. I bought a piece of 4x8. And cost me 96 bucks. Well, you know, that's really not a bad price. I don't think it is anyway. Now, I need a couple of pieces of 12 or 16. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. And Tractor Supply sells your 24x24s, I think they are, pieces. And a 24x24, if I buy 2 of them, would be fine. Now, the thing is, if I remember right, they charge you like 25 bucks for these things. So that's 50 bucks for basically what? 24 by 24. 48 by 24. Well, for another 50 bucks, I could buy a whole sheet, 4 foot by 8 foot. But then I have to cut it. That could be an issue right now, because I don't want to have a bunch of crap in here that I'm not using right now, especially in the wintertime when I can't get back and forth, you know, as much as I wanted to put it in different places of the property. So, even though I want to do the other way, I'm kind of forced into buying the stuff from Tractor Supply and spending more money for it. Which I'll kick myself in the ass for it later, I'm sure. But it's less work. So, you get the drift. Huh? You got the picture there? I wonder if I should put some heat on this and throw some solder in there. They're alright. I'm not going to concern myself too much. Anything is better than what's there. So, let me go over there and change that, and then I'll be right back.